stuff, or you guys get something different, or what do you guys get up there?
Eventually, we're going to be part of it. We're a Reliance right now,
Cool. I like
and
Reliance. I just did a
yeah,
big
and
workshop with them.
they've, I think they've pretty much told us it's going to happen. They just won't tell us when,
Yeah, I
because
feel you.
we're an independently owned region and the last to roll out. And I think Dennis is kind of purposeful about that stuff too.
Yeah, I agree.
Which the
Yeah,
last time that was smart. So
hey, look, right now, I always tell people I got agents blowing my phone up all the time. Hey, when we get it? I'm just like, hey guys, here's the deal: slow roll, do what you got. Use what you already have because the tools. I mean, most agents don't use the tools they already have because they either
correct.
don't know about it or they just struggle with it. So I think if you focus what you got, it doesn't matter really. I mean,
Nope.
honestly, you've got enough tools and resources in your pocket to really start getting listings in now.
Yeah,
Um,
that one word that you just threw out, use
it's a big
is
deal.
the deal.
It really is.
That's the biggest deal.
I just did a workshop on consistency and commitment, and it was so good because I had agents saying they're complaining, and I was like, look guys, here's the deal. There's so much we could do right now. We just got to do it. And I don't know. I could go on for hours talking about just doing it
Me too. Me too.
because I'm preaching to myself as well, so that's okay.
Well, it's past 1, so I want to be mindful of everybody's time, but let's get this thing going. I've already hit record. So, again, I appreciate everybody logging in. I'll continue to let people in as we go through the class, but I have asked my new friend, Jeremy Collins here, who's the founder of Level Up Consulting Group. They did a part of a presentation at a broker owner conference. And we wanted to definitely reach out to him because today he's going to be focusing on luxury and the different luxury tools that we have and what we can utilize those tools for to maybe get a better luxury exposure and overall system in place. So, Jeremy, I'm going to turn it over to you, and I'm super excited to hear this presentation.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, this is one of these things is we've got so many access to so much stuff, but really what can we use to really, drive home leads, right? To acquire these listings that make sense. And so the goal of this is to really kind of highlight some of the tools and resources you already have access to. And really not really talk about the stuff you aren't going to use, right? I've really kind of thrown all that stuff away. I want to show you guys the stuff you can actually use to get listings, to make your name out there a little bit more, and really showcase that you are luxury agents, right? And that's what drives people home. We want people to understand who you are before you actually reach out to them. And obviously Remax brand is the key to that. Is because they already recognize you. You just got to put yourself in front of that and put a branding out there. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see if I can do this again. Share. And I'll probably go through, I've got a couple different presentations I'll go through on this, but I just want to hit, and the way that I usually do my workshops, guys, is I've been married to almost 20 years now. So if you've got questions, just yell at me because I'm used to it. And so, it just makes it easier. I'm not one of those, hey, hold questions till the end. Don't do that, because I'll forget. And if you're like anything like me, I'll never remember the question I had before. So stop me at any point in time and say, hey, that's cool. Or, okay, I've got a question about that. Just makes things so much easier. And so, really luxury, guys, is a big key. We got to utilize the tools that we have. And so I kind of want to highlight a few big things here. This is actually the listing presentation. It's not the one I wanted. So let me pull the right one up here. Dun, dun, dun. All right. And so obviously the luxury branding, guys, is key. Showcasing your presentation in a luxury way is really what grabs people's attention. And so some of the things Remax offers is this right here, for example. And I don't know what I'll have to pull your zip code up in a little bit, but I'm not sure what your zip code is, your area zip codes is, because every zip code's different, and what the luxury kind of term is. Usually what, double your average of sale price or something like that in your guys' area. But whatever that is, there's 65065. So in just a minute, when I pull up the landing page, I'll put that zip code in. I'll show you exactly what your guys is up there. But what that does is a couple different things. As soon as you reach that threshold, let's say it's $1 million. I'm just going to round number it. Let's say you have $1 million listing and that meets your threshold for luxury. Then it automatically is syndicated to a place called global.remax.com, which is the global international website, which a lot of international leads are coming in. I don't know if you guys know that, but 75%, this is a new stat that came out, 75% of all luxury buyers are from outside your 25-mile radius. So think about that in terms of how do I market? And so you have to, most real estate agents market, regionally, locally, within 25 miles. But what we're trying to do is kind of get your branding and marketing out there beyond that 25 miles, because that's where 75% of the buyers are going to come in at. So you got to think, how can I get my brand above that? And that's how RE/MAX helps, right? Most people are local. It's on my MLS. I'm just going to put a listing out there. Let Zillow take care of the problems. We're not doing that. We actually syndicate out to WSJ.com. That's the Wall Street Journal, which is a pretty big place for luxury people to go to see properties. It even gets syndicated out to the luxury RE/MAX page, which is pretty cool. But the tools and resources that I really want to dive into, back in December, it's almost been a year now. So I came on to a company called LuxVT. They brought me on as a marketing coach because I've coached so many luxury agents or agents that want to be at that luxury status, right? And so now I'm teaching classes for them. And so they're a partner of RE/MAX. So think of the tools I'm going to show today as an extension of what RE/MAX has done to partner with a company called LuxVT. And they're based out of San Diego, great team there. So if you ever get a luxury listing, literally you can just call LuxVT, say I'm a RE/MAX agent, and they'll walk you through step by step how they can help you, promote your luxury listing. It's basically a concierge service. Morgan and Nicole are on that team. I talk to them on a weekly basis. They're amazing. But I want to highlight this. This is a webpage you need to write down, bookmark it, whatever you call it, remax.luxurylaunchpad.com. And you may have never visited this page before, and most RE/MAX agents haven't. And so I'm going to pull this page up for you guys real quick. Here it is. This is what the site looks like. And when you go there, it's kind of like an all things luxury launch pad for, I'm going to move my thing back. Hold on one second. Got too many screens open. There we go. It's kind of a luxury launch pad for all things you need for luxury. And this is where all your tools and resources are going to hang out. And so the very first thing I want to go over is this luxury listing center. This is where these are tools I use to get luxury listings or help agents get luxury listings. And the first thing I want to go over, let's see if I've got it here, is this listing material one. There's other things in here, but listing materials are kind of where I usually land. There's a couple things you can use in here. The first one is this luxury thresholds PDF. This is where you can actually see your zip codes. It'll actually pull it up here and it'll scroll down. I don't know where's your chat? Somebody put that zip code in there. So yeah, 65065. So you could keep scrolling. There's obviously tons of zip codes in here, and I probably won't take time to do that. But this will give you your threshold number. Now, what this is cool about this is it tells you what means is luxury for your area. But if you have something slightly underneath one of these price points, you want to put on the luxury website, you want to get a luxury feel, you can actually email Amber Bonacero, who's like the main overall of luxury for RE/MAX. And she basically will say, oh, yeah, I'll prove it. And literally you'll get it underneath that. So if you have properties underneath a certain price point, you can actually get them approve it. Happens all the time in my office. We'll have agents, get a listing that's $50,000 less, but they want to take advantage of luxury. And so they will actually send an email to Amber and she'll usually approve it pretty quick and easy. So that's a cool little kind of secondary tip you can use. This other thing is called a luxury listing planner. This is one LuxVT bought for RE/MAX agents or created for RE/MAX agents. And which is kind of cool is you can put your street address in. So this is 123 Luxury Street. We're going to put United States. We're going to put a zip code. Let's just put this code in. Listing price, $800,000. You can put furnished, unfurnished here, hit next. And then what's cool about this is you can actually choose what you want here. So let's say it's a waterfront. Let's say it's a great views. It's an elite neighborhood. And we'll leave it at that. Hit next. And so I always just kind of list all these. Hit submit. And what this does, it kind of gives you kind of some guidelines here. So how much money do you want to put in promoting this current listing you're getting ready to get or one you're trying to get? I'm going to do a brand boost here just to show you. But I steal this information all the time for my listing, for basically talking to my luxury sellers. So I'll actually use, these are copy paste basically. I copy and paste this stuff into my presentations all the time. It's a great thing to say, oh, pro photography, property video, 3D tours, data desk photo editing, home staging. And if you can get the listing because of something like this, then you find a photographer in your area, right, that can do this stuff for you, or the videographer area can do this for you. Your goal is to get the listing. And so this is kind of what this tool does. And so if you're ever looking for extra words to say or things to say, hey, you know, makes me stand out amongst the other agents, this is a great way to do it. You know, I use this tool in a different way. So I know expires are getting ready to start happening, guys, next year. You're going to get more expires, period. So what I'm teaching my agents to do is, you know, when they start seeing expires happening, especially luxury expires, you go to their MLS listing of the past listing, you see what they didn't do. So if they didn't have a 3D tour, if they didn't have data desk photos, if they didn't have a drone or whatever with it, super easy. Now you reach out to that expired listing and say, hey, I know you had it listed before. Don't be down on yourself because they didn't do all they could do for you. I'm going to do it for you. And here's what I'm going to do for you. And literally just kind of highlight some of the things you're going to do for them. And we've got agents in my offices, guys, that are picking up expired luxury listings. I'm talking about 1.5, $2 million, $3 million listings just by following these guidelines, and it's working. And so these are just some good ideas to figure out how you can do that. Okay, so let's go back. There's a luxury listing planner. It's a tool you can use. I want to highlight something though that this is the tool I'm using. If you attend this workshop, this is the tool you're going to use. If you go to luxvt.com and sign up with a free account, every RE/MAX agent can do this. Go to luxvt.com, go to the homepage, go to top right, say sign up, and you can sign up a free account. You'll get access to this dashboard. Now, some things are going to be basically a monthly paid subscription, but I'm going to show you the ones you get 100% for free. Okay, so you go in here. And this is the tool I use, a listing presentation creator. It's the best listing presentation I've ever seen for luxury listings. And so it's super easy. You click on it, listing presentation creator. And what I do is I actually go to let's say, for example, you want to acquire a couple listings. So you got time in your hands today. You drive to that subdivision, that area where the luxury listings are, right? And I pull out my cell phone and I take a picture of the house. I drive the next house, take a picture of the house. So I'm driving and taking a picture of 4 or 5 houses that I'm going to target. Okay. These are the guys I'm going to get. Whether they're looking to buy or sell right now or not, I want them to know who I am and what I can do. So then you go in here, you go back to your computer, hit create presentation, and you go down here and you type the title, the address. So this is, see if I got an address here. 123 Mackin Gables Drive. This is the address I'm going to get eventually, whether it be 6 months from now, whether it be 3 years from now. These are the guys I'm going to sell their home. And then you go in here, upload their photo. So you click on choose file, upload the photo. Let me find what I did with that luxury photo. Super easy. Now I've got the photo of the property I just literally went and took with my cell phone. And you choose your branding. Obviously, we want a little bit red for RE/MAX, right? And then we hit create. In about a minute, maybe less than a minute, they've got this thing super fast now. It will actually kick out a PDF with your branding, with your photo on it, because you've uploaded your photo to the bio. And it creates, I think it's a 12 to 15 page now. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it creates a complete presentation for you. So you can see what the presentation is here. I'm going to actually view it so you guys can see it. It takes a few seconds to load. But what we do with this thing is it gets our listing. So check this out. This is the photo uploaded. Puts their address on there. If you print this thing off on the classy, really nice, slick paper, right? Maybe spend $3 on a paper. I don't know what this can cost. But the real slick paper, and put it into a black envelope. Like I'm talking about, you order on Amazon. I could probably send you a few what we've done. Order on Amazon black envelopes, and you put this inside the envelope, and then put your nice, classy sticker. Or I usually use a what's it called? It's like a silver or gold marker for the front of the envelope. And I would say something, from your favorite agent or something fun, just to have them open it. And so this is hand delivered right on their door, and they open this thing all the time. We put QR codes in ours so we know when they open it. But so this is page 1, has your branding, has your picture on it, has your information all over it, has your logos on it. It tells why in the world you want to sell their home with you. It has world-class marketing, talks about social media marketing, client satisfaction, local visibility, perfect presentation. And then this is where the cool part is. Check this out. The photo you uploaded is inside of all these pages. So it really kind of brings home, hey, I'm the guy. I'm already doing presentations for you. I'm creating this thing. And so you're talking about perfect presentation. It shows you what the ad would look like on the Rob report, right? It drops their photo of the property right here. It shows your name. It shows your information, the unique homes. This is where it would get syndicated out, right, out to this website. It actually gets syndicated to Mansion Global. which is one of the top luxury sites for finding homes. It gets syndicated to Upmarket, which is a huge thing. New York Times, you see that. And guys, anytime that somebody, a property goes through these pages and they're like, holy crap, that's my home, and it could be on the New York Times. It just puts that, okay, they're going above and beyond. So you can just keep scrolling. There's literally like 15 pages of where they would see their property. Right there, it shows international, which is fantastic for some people. MLS.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah, go for it.
You said you added QR codes. How do you do that? Do you add them on the page?
Yep. So what I do is I actually download this, and then you can actually upload PDFs into Canva now.
Yeah.
So I do this all the time. I'll upload the first page of this PDF into my Canva, and then I'll drop a QR code on it. And what I usually do, put an arrow that says, click here to watch my video, or click here for a personalized intro. And then before I put this on their doorstep, I'll jump on my phone real quick, record a video, and say, hey, I hope you enjoyed this presentation I created for you. I wanted to make sure you got it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Just a quick video. And then I know if they scan it, I know they at least opened it, right? Then I have an ROI. And so that's the big key, is knowing, the time you spent to do this, the 5 minutes, right? Or maybe 20 minutes. I'll give you some slack. The 20 minutes you went and took that photo and you upload the photo here, then they think you put a lot of effort into this already. And so you're just trying to show, hey, I'm working for you already. So you might as well just hook me up with your listing, right? And so you put this in Jua, which is pretty cool. This is the leading China website. And I think right now the last stat was, I think it was 15% of all luxury properties over 3 million are being purchased from outside the United States and people moving in. So that's a pretty big stat. So, you can share that kind of information with those people. Obviously social, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. This is the tool we're using. So I think with a free account, you can create up like 4 or 5, I think, of these presentations per month. So at least at a minimum, you should be creating 4 or 5 of these things, right? It's just kind of a no-brainer to have these. And honestly, I print these off, and I do a nice one already, print one off. And so when I'm somehow talking to a luxury agent or meeting a luxury people, I'm having this presentation with me in my nice black envelope, and I'm showing them, hey, check this out. This is what we do for other clients. We want to do this for you, right? Just an example. So that's a cool tool. I'm going to make sure everybody can access it. You guys know how to get there. luxvt.com. Sign up for a free account. Go here, click presentation tool. And there's all kinds of other stuff in here that's free that you can play with. There's like social media posts you can grab. And we've done this because we partner with Remax for so long. You can go in here and download social media posts. There's all kinds of other stuff in here. But that's my key tool, guys, is that one, is this listing presentation creator. So let me go back to this collections page. Did you guys know about that? Did you guys ever use that presentation tool? Okay. Yeah, most people don't. I usually, when I talk about it, I'm like, there are people like glass eyes. It was like, I didn't know we had this tool. And we've had it for almost 4 years now or something like that, the partnership with LuxVT. You can go in here to Luxury Launchpad again, though, and there's agent websites, there's branding, there's photography resources, signage. I don't know if you guys are using the collection signage yet, but it does make a big difference. We're actually getting more signed phone calls from luxury collection signs than we are standard signs. And we've done this for 2 or 3 years now. So, I would definitely do the big 30, I think it's 30 inches by, I can't remember now off the top of my head, but it's the big tall signs. They just make a bigger standout in the communities. So I don't know if there's an example in here or not, but that's a great thing to have. I also want to showcase for the LuxVT side of things. If you'd be glad, I would definitely, look into this, because this is where we're getting lots of leads coming in. This is a luxury landing page. LuxVT can set this thing up for you guys, but it is I'll show you some of the examples of it. It's kind of a classy getting leads for luxury buyers. And so what we've done is we've kind of SEO'd it a little bit for local agents. We type in luxury. I think for this one I can't remember where she's at. We actually typed in this, getting probably 50 to 60 views or hits every 2 or 3 weeks. So it's just luxury. And we really showcase and highlight, obviously where your listing would go. Highlights. It just very clean look. 3D tours, drone photography, shows international views. And then everything can link directly back to your personal website too. So all these are all changeable and linkable. So this is a luxury listing or luxury landing page is what they call it. So that's all accessible. Let me pull up my slideshow I had here. Okay, here it is. So there's also a listing presentation by Remax they created for you guys. And I'll be glad at the end of this, I'll send you guys links to all this. I don't know if I've got that one pulled up. Let me see if I do. Yeah, here it is. So this is a PowerPoint file that you guys can have access to. And when you get a listing, you can drop in your information, right? So you can actually drop in your photo. It's all editable. You can change all this stuff around. You can drop in any information you want. Like what I do with this is I actually drop in the photos from like a previous listing if I can get access to those photos, or anything that would really showcase who they are. I would drop them inside of here instead of these standard stock photos. It just makes a pretty big difference. Talks about, you know, who they're partnered with, talks about digital marketing, and most, I think the new stat was like only, I think, what I see, like 20% of agents that do presentations actually come with a presentation. They usually just show up and talk. And so what we're trying to do is show it, you know, print this thing off, have it ready for them, and really kind of showcase, you know, you are standing out above everybody else. Staging your home, showcase. This is just a downloadable PDF that or a PowerPoint file that you can edit at any point in time. I honestly go in and just steal pages from it. I steal text from it for my own presentation, but it's a great little tool to have.
I like that you're talking about how you take it and make it your own, because I like that.
You have to. I think in today's world, you have to. We have this big balloon behind us. That's fantastic and it's great, but we all have to have that individual feel. And so I definitely suggest, you know, taking these pieces and these parts that's been created and don't recreate the wheel, but make it your own. You know, have a standout that looks who you are. And I think that's the key to luxury, because honestly, you know, a lot of luxury people do not come to you for the brand. They come to who you are. And if you can really showcase who you are more often, that's the real key. You know, do the videos, do the stuff that makes sense to you, and reach your sphere. I mean, that's just how it works. Trying to see what else is in here. Branding, broker resources. Oh, I know where I was going to go. Let's go back to this listing presentation here. What I love is there's something called a lookbook, and it's inside of that LuxVT, or not the LuxVT, the landing page, the luxury landing page there. And you can download it, and it's great for the office. So if your office isn't printing one of these out, I just print one off, because any agent, we have like 4 or 5 we have printed, and we have agents come by and pick them up and take them with them to their presentations. It just looks clean. And I'll send these to you. These are like resources guides you can keep in your office. You can email out to your agents. It just gives you some quick guides of what I'm going through a little bit. Be glad to send those to you guys. This is a tool that I love, and I'll give you they try to sell them for $2 each. I don't know who the vendor is for it, but I'll send you where I get mine from. I get mine for like $10 each, and it's so much cheaper. And you can order 10 of them at a time for $100. But these are fantastic because you can actually if you do a listing with a video on it, you can drop it in here. And then we actually drop these by some of our bigger clients, our bigger potential clients, and they're selling the properties for us. It's just a great little hand tool. If nothing else, get one just for yourself, just so you can have it beyond. No other agent in your marketplace probably has one. So, you know, you're just trying to showcase yourself. That's a great little tool.
Jeremy, are those rechargeable like these? Because I have this one.
Yeah, it's a great one. Yep, it's all rechargeable. There should be a little link, a little button on the back of them. We actually sometimes mail them out to our clients, our potential clients, and then when we meet with them, we'll kind of sometimes gradually take it back. But
awesome.
It's just how we kind of recoup some of the stuff. But sometimes we'll just let it go. Depends on, hey, if we can get a $1.5 million listing or a $2 million listing, they can have my $52 video card, because I'm gonna make, you know, I'll keep buying more. But those are great to do. Remax Hustle just added a couple luxury videos in there. So I don't know if you guys have played with Remax Hustle at all, but it's a great tool to, you know, just grab like 4 or 5 videos at a time and make sure your social presence is up there. I think there's 2 or 3 luxury ones in there now. I love Photify. I don't know if do you guys use Photify at all? Photify is it's about $4 a month. I think that's what it is now for the app. And I do tons of classes for Photify, and they just added, I think, 30 or 40 new Remax collection images inside of Photify. So that's a great tool to kind of grab it if you want to ever use something like that. I don't know if you guys are part of this Facebook group or not, but they've been doing some pretty good stuff in there recently. It's one of Remax's Facebook groups. They do like interviews with luxury agents and give some tips and tricks in there a lot. So if you're not part of that group, I always promote this group for them because I think it's just a cool little gig. Here's the signage. That's what I was going to show you guys. I do love the look of the signage versus the classic red or whatever blue for the collection properties. We typically do them on the banners or on the signposts, really. But it just makes it a little more stand out. I think that covers. I do want to show you guys a tool that I've been using to get pretty much high-end properties, and through text message marketing. And you guys have access to this tool, but most people, when I show it to them, they're like, "Oh, I had no idea." And so if you go to, and you can do this for anybody. So I'm going to show you this tool, and you may be yelling at me, say you already know it, but this is one I show all the time. And I can get 40 to 60% of the phone numbers to people in your farm, the people you're trying to get, that are not on the do not call list. I can pull it right now without doing it. I use this all the time for circle prospecting. So if I get a listing or I want to get a listing in a neighborhood, like recently we just did this. We had a guy in our office get his another agent from another office got a listing in his farm, in his area. And so what we had him do was pull his phone numbers from this list I can show you guys. And we had him text, and I'll tell you the script we used. We had a text say, "Hey, this is blah, blah, your area real estate agent. Did you see that 123 Main Street got listed in your area? Do you know when that property sells? We know that when that property sells, it's going to affect your home value. And if you'd like information on that, just let me know." We used that, and I think we sent it out to 120 people, 120 homes in that area. And we had 3 people reply that they're interested. And he pulled up 2 listings from that one text message. And these are $850,000 listings he got off of one text message. And it was like no brainer. So I'll walk you through this one because I always want to show this tool. So if you go to remax.net, right, you log in, you guys have the same access to this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remax.net. And do you guys have Megaphone or not?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to go to advertise. You're going to go down here to content, and you go to branded content. So advertise, branded content. I don't know why they make it so difficult to get there, but
hey, I love Megaphone though.
It is what it is. So I go here. And then you go into this opens Deluxe, which is a secondary program we have access to. And then here's where the magic happens. You go to leads and contacts, and you go to radius, leads and contacts and radius. And then you're going to put in your actual address. So what I usually do is pick a home in my farm. So I'll just do my example. This is my address. And then what I do is let's do 0.8. So it depends on how populated the area is. You may have to go a mile. You may have to go 0.5 miles. And what this does, I'm going to add radius here. What this does, it's going to give you a total amount of leads you're going to get here. So at 600 leads here. So what this is going to do, it's going to go through 600 homes in the area, and it's going to give you as much information you can on them. So then I go down here to carrier route. I'm going to hit next. I don't care about that. So I'm going to next. You can choose your income here. So it depends on how diverse it is. Facebook won't let us target this, but this program will. And then you do dwelling type. What I do is get rid of apartments, get rid of post office boxes, just leaves my homes, homeowner renters, homeowners. But if you have any areas in your part that have high-end renters, this would be a great tool to download. But I'm going to do homeowners now. Keep home values the same. And here's the magic. Include all records and phone numbers when available. And then hit next. And then all you do now is I'm put testing 1, 2, 3. I usually name it the subdivision name or the area they're trying to search in. And I hit list selection complete. And then 2 minutes, you're going to get 40 to 60% of all the phone numbers that are not on the do not call list in that area.
Wow.
So it's a game changer. We're using this for circle prospecting all day long. And we have agents that are picking up listings. I know Laura says, what? Yes, it's one of those tools. Every time I go to R4, I teach this on the side. People pull my computer out and show people this. And they're just like, okay, this is stupid. Why do we not do this? Why is this not some? So can you imagine? I think Reliance, don't they have like a text message add-on system? I think they do. I have to check into it for you guys. I think they used to have a text message system add-on that you could bulk text out. But if nothing else, you can go buy a program for like $50 or something like that, and it'll do text message marketing for you guys. But I'm going to hit continue here. and I just want to show you an example and preview that it actually does work. We're going to go back to home, and we're going to leads and contacts and manage contacts. And I probably have some already in here from here. These are demos that I've done in the past. We'll give a few more minutes, another minute to refresh. But you can imagine, think about how you can use this, right? Here, I'll give you another example of how we're using it. So when you get a listing in a neighborhood and you want to reach out to the other area homes, right, in that area, just to say, hey, I just listed this home. What we're doing is we're sending a text message out to the area homeowners around that home. And we don't say, hey, do you want to sell your home? What we do is we say, hey, this is blah, blah. I just listed 123 Sesame Street. I'm creating a neighborhood guide for people to be interested in my home. What's your top 3 things you love about living in your area? So now you started conversations. So now you're actually getting feedback back from people. They're talking to you. They're saying, hey, I love my dog park. I love this. I love that. And I always believe conversations will lead to contracts. And so the more conversations you can have, it's a game changer. You're not even talking about real estate. You're talking about their dog parks. And so now you become real with people. And that's what's working for us. So I'm going to go back one more time. Leads and contacts, my contacts. There it is. 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. I just did this. 547 passed their inspection rule or whatever. I hit edit on this thing and check it out. Phone numbers. There's the owner's names. There's their addresses. There's the phone numbers. You see tons of phone numbers in here. And this literally will export as a CSV file or an Excel file. You take it, you import it into your database, into your CRM, and now you got all their information right then and there. You can control any way you want.
Wow.
Yep. I always show people this because it's not just luxury, it's for everything, but I use it for a lot of luxury prospecting.
I'm over here thinking that what they do with mailings and Megaphone was like the be and end all, and you just blew my mind.
Yep, so much you can do with it. And we're also using Megaphone, obviously, for all of our promotion tools, our Facebook lead gen. Right now, we're averaging if you're not doing Megaphone lead ads, you're got to do it because and I don't know about your area, but it's killing for us. We're getting right now, I think the last numbers I did for a couple of agents was we're spending every 30, I think it's $35, I think it's the minimum. Every $35 you're spending, we're getting anywhere from 6 to 8, sometimes 9 leads per $35. So that's like pennies on the dollar compared to what Zillow and stuff charges. And if nothing else, the big system is, as soon as the lead comes in, assign them as a subscription in your MLS. So then they're getting these emails all the time for homes in their area. All right. That's really the sum up, guys, the tools and resources I use with luxury. It's the presentation creator, it's the listing planner, and it's the PDFs, not the PDFs, but the PowerPoint files that we use a lot. It's really all about branding. Create a classy, clean look for your business cards. Get them out there. What we're doing is actually, I'll tell you what we did with it recently to a luxury area in our area. They're, probably averaging $1.8 million in the certain subdivision we hit. We reached out to the HOA president. Wrote a nice clean email to him, and it basically said, hey, every month I do a market update. I would love to include your guys' area in it. Would you be interested in me sending you for your newsletter, sending you a monthly market update for your homeowners? And we've only been turned down twice now. So we've got, I think, 8 area homeowners. We have an agent that sends it to their market report to them. And then the HOA guy sends out that in their newsletter and puts the agent's information on it. He said he's gotten 8 listings just from that alone in the past 2 years. So small stuff that makes pretty big impacts. And what's the harm in sending them an email or sending a letter to the HOA president, right? I mean, all they can say is no. And I think the key is really getting this. I'm all about how many no's I can get because I'm going to get a yes out of it. And same thing with, it's a little bit of hustle. All right. Question time. Anybody like struggling with what to do? I know you guys do you have a lot of like non-occupied homeowners in your area or not?
Yes.
You probably do, don't you? What we're doing with those is we're actually doing text message campaigns, but we're also doing mailings. And we're trying to just send them new listings. We're just trying our best to get them on the list because those are the best, the next buyers, the ones that are currently renting from those luxury homeowners. I tell you another thing, you guys have Airbnb. You have a lot of Airbnb stuff probably there, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
We just listen. We'll go through Airbnb properties and try to convert some of them, whether it be we'll wait during the week, and I've got an agent that will actually travel and he'll drop off packets when he knows people are going to be renting the homes. With the salt, usually weekends are the best. He'll go there and drop off a packet to them and try to just convert them any way you can. Anything to get your brand out there more.
Yeah, I've known some agents, they had that strategy last year where they kind of partnered with some short-term rental owners that they know and put some of their material in there and got some leads off of it.
Anything is, you just got to hustle a little bit. I think that's the key to it all. Next year you're going to have probably, my best guess is 20% of the agents will drop off the face of the planet, and they'll exit the real estate company, which gives us, another 20% advantage, and the ones that are going to be in the long run. And so we just got to do a little bit extra. I think the numbers really are, I think you're only competing against the top 5 agents in your area. And so if you can just do better than 95% of them, we can beat them out, and we get the listings we want.
What are some other cool lead gen strategies you might have heard of for 2023? Right now we're in the middle of business planning, so I know everybody's like, what ideas?
I tell you what, I'm a big video guy. Obviously, I think every conference you go to is going to say video is going to be the key to it all. And I really do believe in it. I think text message videos are going to be massive next year. Whether it be the short runoffs, like, hey, I'll actually drive past a couple properties and I will pull my phone out in my car and I'll pull my phone out like this and I'll say, hey, I just drove past your property. I saw, next year you're going to see a couple for sale owners popping up because they still think it's 3 years ago. And so, they're going to do the, especially luxury side of things, and I'll convert them. I'll literally pull my phone out and say, hey, I just drove past your property. If you really want to get a great evaluation on what's happening in this market, give me a call. And literally, I just want to put my face in front of them. And you use that tool I showed you, the numbers, just send text messages, send greetings, send whatever you can to get your face in front of them. I think video is going to be crucial. Running Facebook video ads are going to be massive. I mean, you saw how politics changed the game 2 years ago by running Facebook video ads. And I don't know about you, but I never see real estate Facebook video ads. I hardly ever see I'm scrolling through my feeds. I just usually don't see them. And you can run them right now. And pennies on the dollar. I think I usually run them anywhere from $25 to $50 per month. And I just run them to my Sphere. So I'll take my Sphere, my database, upload it to Facebook, and then I'm only paying to show it to my Sphere. So only those guys see it. And I can usually run probably 15, 20 days of my 800 database that, they constantly see me on the face. They all constantly see me in front of them. I think that's a big key, especially if you're doing kind of budgeting it out what's next year. There's a couple of ones out there I'm excited about coming up to see how that goes. But I'm not 100% sure how they're going to work yet. A lot of them are some of this postcard mailings. They're trying to do digital and adding the digital stuff to them. I still believe sign calls are still going to be big. I know for us in the area, we're getting sign calls left and right, and they really do working. Try the make fun trick. Got a message that said there's no geographic in this order. Please add some geography, then try updating the order again. Yeah, let me, Laura, I'd love to help you with that. I'll love to check my end to see if it does the same thing for me. Never had that issue, and I've ran in these for areas all over. So definitely I'll check it out for you guys. Great.
Does anybody have any questions?
Even if it's not luxury, any other questions? That's what I'm here for. Do workshops from any subject to, it doesn't really matter, from marketing to video to everybody's ready for Christmas cake, I think.
Yeah.
How did you create those luxury landing pages?
Yeah, sure. So the luxury landing pages, these are actually through LuxVT because they partnered. Let me see if I can pull one up here. I don't know what I did with it now. I've got so many open. Let's see if I've still got it here hanging out somewhere. Well, I don't know what I did with it. Yeah, it's a LuxVT product. And so they create them for their members. I can't remember what the membership price starts with on a monthly basis, but you get a lot of stuff with it. I would definitely highly suggest you don't know much about LuxVT, go ahead and reach out to them and let them walk you through it because you get a lot for the bang for the buck. It's actually, I think if you become a member, then I think it's just a small monthly payment. And then you actually if you get a luxury listing, you basically don't pay up front and you only pay when you sell the property. And so you could go 6 months, a year, and the property doesn't sell, you're still not paying. So it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, they definitely work with non-luxury properties. I mean, all these ideas work, guys. This is what we're using in our house to do, small marketing for our agents. Very cool. Thanks, guys, for joining. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you. This was awesome.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll send you over a link. I don't know if you guys are agents are interested, but I've got in my Level Up Academy, I'm teaching a workshop tomorrow on advanced Google for your Google business stuff. I'll be glad to let you guys be part of that. I'll send you over a link, Kayla, and let you guys send it out. And if you guys want to join me tomorrow, I usually do it like at noon Eastern time. But you guys will like it, I think. Do your team agents do it for themselves, or you have a marketing coordinator? Depends on what. Let's see. Yeah, typically my guys are doing it. A lot of my team guys are doing it themselves. So my team leads, they'll actually create the presentation tools. They'll go into LuxPT, create the presentation tool, and then they'll get their agents to go, hey, you should do this. And so they'll give them 2 or 3 to kind of deliver out to their current prospects. The goal is just get your name out there. Very cool. Kayla, unless you got anything, I'm ready to rock.
I'm good, sir, but I appreciate your time. Thank you for sending us those resources. I'll be sure to share them with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Feel free to reach
Thank
out
you,
anytime.
Jeremy.
I'd love to help you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
have
you,
a
man.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, you guys have a Merry Christmas and have a blessed one, guys.
Awesome. Take care.
Take care, guys. Have a good one.